Don't worry, all of you people who can't eat, I'm making a giant ballroom. And if you see that nasty Strider out there, do not help him. I don't care how cool he looks. And don't get me wrong, he is pretty cool. Welcome back to the Flophouse, where we find the beauty in the broken glass, and I'm going to be fighting the beauty in Strider 2014. I've been getting a big hankering to play this one again, what with all the Ninja Gaidens and Shinobi's coming out, multiple Ninja games. So Capcom, where the hell is Strider? Anyway, I believe when this came out, or before this came out, people were like hesitant whether it was going to be any good. Because 2014 was the very, very tail end of Capcom's disastrous run of having a bunch of American Western studios develop their games based on their legacy properties. But since this was made by Double Helix, and I was such a big KI and still are KI 2013 fanboy, I had faith. And holy shit, playing this again, it feels real good. I gotta say. Slick ass moveset, animated very well. Alright. I think we should probably start striding. We have 650 meters to go. And this is a section that I think they probably really designed to be like classic Strider. You're just always striding forward and just cutting out everything in your path. Power fantasy, if you will. But if memory serves, this one gets quite challenging not too long after this little intro segment. And much more complicated in the level design, because some of you should know this, but this is a search action game. You know, I guess it's the only search action Strider game. The other thing that got close was Strider NES. Damn, you know what? You know, Strider NES is not like amazing or anything. It's not like NES Classic. Oh wait, I forgot. I have to get an upgrade for the slide to do damage. In fact, I think that's what I'm getting right now. It's not a great game by any measure. Oops! Escape the trap! Escape the trap! But I am obsessed with looking at speed runs and tech in that game. The glitches in that game are outstanding. Definitely look that up if you haven't. Okay. Now I can do damage and go through everybody. So yeah, you find different powers and upgrades as you go through all of Kazakhstan, made up a stand. As you defeat the evil Emperor Mayo. Evil Emperor. This essentially is... I don't remember if this is a reboot or just like a... I don't know. Just because of the fact that it's called Strider, I do believe this is considered a reboot and not a continuation. Because we defeat the Grandmaster. Grandmaster Mayo. This still runs great. It still looks great, obviously. What was I going to say? Yeah, this is the Steam version. One thing I did notice in the options, doesn't seem like 4K is possible. Ooh, new concept art has been unlocked. Nice. Doesn't seem like 4K was standard. I couldn't switch it to that. Maybe I needed to futz around with the options a little bit more. Please don't shoot me. I could really not use... Nope. Alright. That leads me to something I did want to talk about. Because this was kind of overlooked when it came out. It came out at the start of 2014. I would love it if Capcom would re-release like a remastered version of this. You know, it's still like, I don't mean in the traditional sense. It's not like it needs a remaster per se, but make it run at 4K, maybe some new graphical effects. I don't know. For all consoles and PC, but also include a selection of other Strider games. Like, I'm not saying it needs to be a full-ass collection. I would like that, of course. But there's a bunch of US gold shit they probably don't want in there. But you know, Strider Arcade, Strider NES, and Strider 2. Like that's all I'm really asking for. As maybe unlockable bonuses or something. But maybe it could just be you could just call it the Strider Collection. Look how cool he is. You know, between I want to know if this is a hot take, right? Are we saving here? Refill health. I know this is a hot take. Between Strider, Ryu Hayabusa, and like Joe Musashi, I think in terms of just the design and kind of the moveset, Strider's the coolest. Right? Just the fucking coolest. He's got the robotic options. The Cypher Blade is the coolest blade. Projectiles, not so much. Everything else is kind of equal. It's like I don't particularly love the Strider games any more than Ninja Gaiden or Shinobi. I like them all in terms of just the games and the gameplay. And there's so much like similar material between all three. Bosses are always weird mechanical. Whoops. That looked like something, but bosses are always weird mechanical big bitches. You know, they're weird like robo dragons and gorillas, and then you know sharks, big demons, Godzillas, etc., etc. And just that and its world, particularly if you go to Strider NES, which goes all over the world and stuff. And like, am I off base on am I wrong about that? Like, what is everyone's kind of Joe Musashi man? Does Ryu Hayabusa get you raring to go? You know, I wonder who probably has the most good games per franchise. When I did that Ninja Gaiden, Shinobi retrospective, I was kind of shocked at the amount of games that are like, this one isn't so well liked for a variety of reasons. Oh, I need the charge blast for this. Charge sword thing, I think. I think so. That's a no-go. Unrecognized plasma. Okay, so I guess we're not really doing that. Then where is that upgrade? Let's go up and over. And just I think the other thing that makes Strider a bit cooler is that I think he's got a little bit more going on in his moveset. Just being able to grapple on pretty much anything. You know, the flipping jump is so fucking cool looking. And of course that he's a Capcom property obviously helps. Oh, this bastard. Ooh. This dude's a little bit of a skill check early on. Just because he can teleport. I think I get the charge sword slash after I beat him, but... No! Okay, I just noticed he had his health bar. I forgot about it. Can't damage him too much in one shot, but this should be the last. There you go. Nice. Alright, give me a reward. Daddy needs a big reward. Anything up here? Okay. The health bar is kind of weird because it makes you think you have more health than you do. It's just showing you. It's weird that you just get the charge cipher right away as soon as you enter that room. I know it's right there, but the cutscene just activates really, really quickly. Okay. Bam! It's a good thing that we've instituted these whoops. Oh, wait, I forgot. I'm stupid. Nope. I need time to charge it up. Yeah. Okay. Should always remember if there's a new mechanic, it's probably going to put some things right in your face that test it. And big ups to Tony. You know who you are. You might be watching this. Yeah, the work you and the team did on this is incredible. I really, really wish you guys had stayed as Double Helix and probably continued to make stuff for cool companies like Capcom and everything. And others, whoever you guys liked, instead of how Double Helix sort of worked out, or didn't work out in the end, fortunately. But yeah, this still kicks ass, a ton of it. I think my favorite thing is a lot, actually. Just how it looks, it just feels... This feels like Capcom really made it, right? If Capcom made like more of a, you know, smaller scale... And this is what I've talked about a million... Fuck. 2 of them. I think a second one shows up. Or maybe not. No, this is what I was thinking of. Oof. Is that I do get a little, not frustrated, but it seemed like Capcom was on a path where they're doing all their big games, all their Monster Hunters, all the Resident Evils, the stuff that sells like 10 million copies plus, which is obviously what you want to be a successful publisher, and I get that. But it's like all their other smaller franchises just don't get much of anything. Like your Mega Mans, your Striders, your Final Fights, your Power Stones. Like, it's nice that some of those appear on collections every so often, but there's no reason why we can't have a small-scale Power Stone remix, reboot, you know, a sequel. I guess that's not doing anything. That is more of a smaller effort. That's more like in line with Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection, which to me was really the last time they did something like that. Oh, I think there's like 3 of these. No, I guess there's 2. Like that, what was that weird ass game? Oh, here's the first boss. What was that weird ass game they released that nobody played? The Goddess game. Not that it's a bad game or anything, but that Path of the Goddess game. Ouroboros. Got Wesker working on this one. Path of the Goddess, like Omi something or rather, and I was just like looking at that, I'm just like, I really wish this was anything else, because that's the type of scale I'm talking, and that's what this Strider game seemed to be. And then after that, it took until what, 2019, 2020, whatever it was, until Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection came out, and I just assumed maybe that didn't sell well. And Capcom were all like, oh, I guess we shouldn't invest in this type of smaller scale project. I don't know. But it just seemed to me like we were going to be getting 2 or 3 massive games per year. Let's say 2 to be conservative. And then like maybe 1 or 2. Here's this old Capcom property that people have been bugging us about for years and years and years. Here's a new Mega Man. Here's a new Final Fight. Here's a new Beautiful Joe. And then just nothing. After Ghosts and Goblin Resurrection, we just don't really have another example of that. And that just seemed like a really good strategy. And you know, if you have a really talented Western developer that really loves that particular franchise, I'm sure that could work out, right? As long as you stick to what people liked about the original games. Oh, shit. And then, you know, if there's any developers in Japan that can also make those types of games, do that. And then have your billion-selling Monster Hunter or Resident Evils. That just seemed like a really sound business strategy, and I'd want to know the reason why they haven't continued it. You know. And I'm not just saying this as a smelly Final Fight mark that just wants a new Final Fight, when all the other beat-em-ups are like outside playing, having fun. Even fucking Double Dragon. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, you can't slash them? Great. Okay, I forgot. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm making no progress. This is the type of big boss set piece I expect in a Strider game. Ninja Gaiden and Shinobi too, of course. They are similar, like I said, but this is the type of shit you want. Like even the Bionic Commando games, like Rearmed, still great. Rearmed 2, you know, a little less so. And I guess they just like maybe it was a Inafune thing. And Capcom just doesn't want to do it. Like I also thought Mega Man 11 was going to be one of those things. Whoa. Oh, okay. Just go to no cutscene. I thought Mega Man 11 was going to set a new precedent for that type of thing, and it just didn't. Cool. So we did kind of get dropped off in a new area, and this is where the true search action begins. All right, I have to recover option C, which I think the first one is like a bird. Let us look at there's the map. Okay. Oh my god, I forgot there was a bunch of unlockable costumes. Damn. Oh yeah, I forgot kunai. Climsicle. It's pronounced climsicle. Alright, there's all your upgrades. Skills locked, skills locked. It's nice to see that like there's an actual list of stuff so you know how much you'll be getting in the end. But yeah, I know Strider, the character, is technically Capcom has to like send a check to the manga authors that first helped workshop the character. I always forget their name. They're always credited in Strider games, but that doesn't seem like it stops Capcom. They've done it multiple times. They did from multiple Marvel vs. Capcom games. That doesn't seem to be like a thing that's stopping a Strider collection from happening. Like, honestly, I would just say remaster this and have 2 or 3 of the games just unlockable. Maybe there's new unlockables in the game world. Oh. Now a special message. Okay. I don't think I can get past here. I have to head back. Don't worry. All of you people who can't eat, I'm making a giant ballroom. I'm having a great time. And if you see that nasty Strider out there, do not help him. I don't care how cool he looks. And don't get me wrong, he is pretty cool. Okay, I think I need the downward dog. The downward slash move for that. And you know what I was thinking? Strider is a character that's like, I don't want to know more about him. I want him to be like Samus or other such characters. Like, he's just a cool ninja guy. I just wants to take down any evil despots. You know, that's it. I don't need cutscenes. I don't need backstory. Oh, a cutscene's fine, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't want him to say anything other than, whoa, yeah! Like, you know. If you want that, sure, more power to you. But I think, again, one of those characters that is cool because you don't know a lot about him. Like, we know a lot more about Ryu Hayabusa than almost any of the other ninjas. And some of that's against our will, you know. Is there anyone I'm missing in the Hall of Fame of video game ninjas? Video game ninjas specifically. Like, when I'm trying to think about it, not a lot. Maybe there's probably, like, you know, Sub-Zero, right? But I don't know. Sub-Zero doesn't feel like he fits in with the rest of this crew. Maybe not ninjas that are just a part of a grander cast. Because I feel like, you know, just everyone was a ninja in like a fighting game. Like every fighting game has a ninja, and not all are. Can I break this? I forgot. I'm too scared. I feel like electricity is Strider's big weakness. Ah, up and over. That's the one. But yeah, like the ninja from The Last Ninja. Maybe one of the ninjas from Ninja Saviors slash, what's the name of Ninja Saviors? Anyway, ninjas once again. Ninja Commandos. I don't know. But I'm probably missing like 3 or 4 big ones. Where you're like, idiot. How do you forget this? Well, I'm like, oh yeah, I did. Sorry. Like the ninja from Mark of the Ninja. You know? Rikimaru, maybe, from Tenchu? Yeah, Rikimaru or Yane. I could see that, yeah. They're true ninjas, though. They're not dumbass fantasy sci-fi ninjas like all the rest. I didn't say dumbass, I mean like silly ones, like that couldn't possibly exist. Rikimaru absolutely exists at some point in time. He must have been a real dude. Alright, I am getting technically mini lost. I think we just have to move to the right. To the left, actually, because I'm now looking at quickly trying to look at my. Sorry, no food for this month. There just isn't enough money to go around. Damn. Like, again, this just... If you've never played this, like, this is always cheap on Steam. I'm assuming it's backwards compatible on Xbox Series and PS4, PS5. Because this is a PS4 and Xbox One game, I think. Or I think there was 360 and PS3 versions, too. But it still looks amazing, man. That was a weird cross-generation. The generation, when I think about that there's an Xbox 360 and Xbox One version. All right, yeah, we just have to keep going left, I think. Of Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2, that's weird. The way I think. And there is some of this that does remind me, the music specifically, of Bionic Commando Rearmed. It's got that sort of feel to it. I don't think it was the same composer, but the Bolava. This Bolava is a bunch of bullshit. Ow, wrong. That was wrong. Oof. Okay. Let's just... Alright, maybe not jumping then. Doesn't seem like it's sliding. That's the trick. Ooh, and now I can hear the theme blasting. And I do find the music kind of quiet in this game. Or since I've been playing, I didn't really look in the options if I can pump that up, but... Alright, he's almost done. There you go. Nice. And there's something about the speed of this game that just feels good. Yeah, downstrike. Downward dog. So I think this is... Yeah, those little... Oh. Okay, it's those little grates in the floor. But they have like a red glow to them. Oh, there's a bunch I have to break through. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything up here. Yeah, like I don't even... Yeah, you don't really need these, but they're there, you know? You just want to get them. Alright, let's see if I can... no! Close enough. Close enough! That would have been cooler if I had done the full thing from full height. Oh well. You guys don't come here for cool, sick-looking gameplay. You come here for vibes. Alright. So I think this... Yeah, okay. I have to go up a few floors. I think we'll play until the next boss or something. Just to see. I have some other recordings. This is the type of thing where after I press stop recording, I'll want to play more. Ugh, but like my backlog is so fucking stupid. Of stuff that I'm just like for fun. Like I haven't gotten to games that I was really liking for months. Like I still haven't been DK Bonanza, Hades 2, etc., etc. Like, and I need to beat at least one of those before Metroid Prime 4 comes out. Which I don't care. I like Miles McKinsey. Okay, I don't like him, but like he's gonna be in the game for like, you know, 30 minutes. It's fine. I might do a Metroid video before that game comes out. Like some Metroid game I might play just to gab about it. That was a funny slide animation. Oof, I don't like that statue at all. Don't like what that's implicating. Ugh. The subway only smells of piss half the time. Those are such Capcom looking illustrations. They don't really fit with the aesthetic of the game. Like they're not super realistic, but Capcom would do this sort of thing. They got Shinkiro to do the portrait art for Bionic Commando Rearmed, I believe. And that just looks like... Wah! Okay, I guess this is wrong. Yeah. Okay, no, we have to go down there. Up just seems like a general direction that you just go. Damn, that's a cool move. Like, it's essentially death from above, but it's like a super sick version of it. Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go. What else? This isn't anything? Looks like a thing. Anyway, I kind of forget who the second boss even is. I don't think it could be anything as crazy as the Ouroboros dragon or whatever. Oh god, what's the super cool guy's name? The jacked up soldier that's all on piss and vinegar. Solo. That dude's cool. I don't know why I think Solo is just like the coolest name for like just one soldier. And Han Solo is different because that's like just his whole last name. But like Mario Van Peebles is Solo. And then I think there was an edgelord Marvel character in the 90s called Solo. Some jackass in like a green suit. But at the time I was like, oh, he's cool. I don't know if he was a Spider-Man villain. He was definitely in an issue of Spider-Man that I had read. I think it was when Spidey was like cyborg Spidey. That was the fucking coolest. They better have Tom Holland become the cyborg Spider-Man at some point, or all of his movies will have been a waste of time. Imagine seeing that shit. Imagine living long enough to see like 50-year-old Tom Holland become like fucking cyborg Spider-Man with the stupid like green goggle and the bandages, and he's got a cyborg arm. You say no to that. You can't. That's the problem. No one can say no to that. That's so stupid. Imagine if you played it that long. We had that weird Onimusha series. Where's the Strider animated series? You know? I watched like 2 episodes of that Onimusha series. I was like, I just can't get past how bad this looks. Just can't. I should probably try to finish it though, because I think it feeds into Onimusha Way of the Sword, which I am very glad. You know, we don't get that many updates about Onimusha all the time, but that new Onimusha, I'm very glad that exists. Like, that is, it's kind of crazy that it took this long to get a new Onimusha when it shares so much potential DNA with, like, you know, like From Software games. When I say potential, I mean like it can go that route, and the aesthetic is at least there with the new one, where I can see like Souls fans being like, all right, let me give this a go. I mean, it's going to be a very different game, just judging by like all the gameplay and stuff, but I'm very glad that Onimusha has been able to get a revival. I hope that's successful. I really do. Just because it means like we might get more. You know, Capcom might look at some of its other older franchises that haven't had anything going on in years, seeing like, what else can we do? So I guess just further down. Again, trying to remember who the boss is. It might be Solo. I think so. Ooh. Why are you stuck in? Who's stuck you in there in that little room? Little soldier guy. Okay. I'll see you later. Ah, shit. There you go. And it's like, even in the start, like, we've gotten, what, 2 upgrades? And you already feel, ow. You already feel pretty powerful, I'd say. And again, it's because a lot of your base movement, mobility options, and attacking options are just good off the bat. So this is absolutely an underrated gem to me. I just think a lot of people probably didn't have a lot of faith in it, or at least at a weird time. And, you know, like, it needs to be available on more stuff, like the Switch, or the Switch 2 at least. Steam version's always been there, and that's accessible, and as you can see, it runs great. No issues setting it up. It doesn't run on, like, fucking Games for Windows Live or some shit like that. Oh, man. Ah. Big, stupid, burly hands are getting in the way. Okay. Oh. Probably need to hit this. Okay. Cool. Oh, there's another one. And there's some Capcom games where I feel it's like, you know, I think we're good. We don't need another Auto Modelista. You know, the kids aren't really hankering for a sequel to Spyborgs. We can let some things lie. You know, I know there's Under the Skin. I don't think that really deserves to come out more than, say, a Power Stone or a Rival Schools. Very happy for the people that enjoy that, though, if you're a big Under the Skin fan. But, you know, there's certain things. Chaos Legion, no. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is, yeah. This is Pei Poo. This is a character. I think it's a legacy character that was in like previous ones. You fight 2 jump kicking girls. I think you fight her sister at some point in this. Oh. It's an awkward place to fight her. I just got her stun locked in this corner. Please don't come to me, Auto Modelista and Chaos Legion and what was the other one? Under the Skin fans. I'm just saying what we all know is to be true, right? I don't think it's anything controversial. I do want to do a video in the very near future, like maybe before the end of the year, where like I find more Capcom games I've never played before or ones I've never heard of. Because there's still a couple. Yeah, she's dead as shit. Option C, Robot Eagle, so cool. LB and B. Oh, just Cyber Ninja is like that's what Strider promises, and that's what he delivers. In traditional Hiryu style. Oh! Fucking cool. Oh, get fuckers. Yeah! That's so sick. Strider's so sick. Please buy Strider. And that is the Strider reboot from 2014. Just a little quick look, just to wet your whistle. Again, let me know what other ninjas I might be missing in like my list of missing ninjas that I may not have gotten to. And damn, this does deserve some type of deluxe remaster. Like Dead Rising gets remasters all the time, so I don't know why we couldn't get one for Strider or anything, or at least a collection. Anyway, let me know what you thought about this one in the comments below. Again, I think it's super underrated, so do check it out for yourselves. Always a very low price on Steam. And until then, I will see you in the Flophouse.
1, 2, 3, 4, find the beat.